Good morning, students. Once again, we are back with the economics classes, and today we are going to discuss chapter number 6. I hope till chapter number 5 you have completed. On Saturday, I have given you chapter number 5 question answers. And if you are having any doubt in any question answer, then you can write me in the comment section, and I'll give the solution in the next video. Because this video is already I am making. Next video, I can give the solution, and if you are having any doubt, then you can also discuss with me through the comment section. So any topic is not clear, then you can also write to me in comment section. I can explain the concept. So students, today we are going to discuss about sixth chapter, market mechanism, equilibrium, price and quantity in a competitive market. So one thing I want to mention before starting the topic, that we have discussed both of that factors in microeconomics, demand and supply. So both are two opposite factors which are having working as a force in the equilibrium in microeconomics. So already we have told that microeconomics is a quasi journal equilibrium, means in where two forces are working. So two forces, demand and supply, are working for making equilibrium or equilibrium price. So change in the forces, either one or two or both, having the influence on the equilibrium. So equilibrium will be there or not, that also depends on these two forces. So without wasting time, let's go for the topic. And today we are going to discuss about basic concepts of equilibrium price, and in this we'll discuss how equilibrium is being set in economics with the help of supply and demand forces. And with this we'll also discuss about effects of changes, shift in demand on equilibrium price and equilibrium quantity, both cases increase and decrease. So this topic we are going to discuss today. So let's start with the topic. So as I told you that equilibrium in general means that state of balance. State of balance means two forces, demand and supply, are responsible for equilibrium, and these two forces are in balance. It means that equilibrium is there in the microeconomics. So there is no tendency to change unless there is a change in the force influencing equilibrium. So on the condition of equilibrium, if any force will change, then equilibrium will change. So equilibrium, we can say that state of rest, where there is no change in both forces, that position is known as equilibrium condition. So equilibrium in economics is considered that situation in which the quantity demanded of a commodity equals to the quantity supplied of a commodity. So where that demand and supply are equal to each other, then we are saying so equilibrium is being set. So if it is equilibrium is like that, demand and supply are intersecting each other, or they are equal to each other, that condition is known as equilibrium, or that is state as that equilibrium or a state of rest, where no change is there, or both suppliers as well as consumers are willing to be in the same state of equilibrium. But one more thing is there, we have to discuss what is equilibrium price. So the price at which that quantity demanded of a commodity equals to the quantity supplied is known as equilibrium price. Means that producers are willing to sell the commodity, and consumers are willing to purchase the commodity. That price is known as equilibrium price. Means where both are ready, supplier as well as consumers. Supplier is ready to sell that product in the market, and consumer is ready to purchase that product in the market. So that price is known as equilibrium price. So now we are going to the next concept. In detail we can discuss that equilibrium price is therefore that price which consumers are willing to purchase same quantity of a commodity which producers are willing to sell. An amount that bought to be sold at equilibrium price is called equilibrium quantity. So one more concept is remaining, equilibrium quantity. So what is equilibrium quantity? That quantity which is being sold by producer and purchased by consumer or particular price is known as equilibrium quantity. Before going through the concept, we have to understand both side, demand side and supply side. So as a consumer, you want maximum satisfaction, and when you are getting maximum satisfaction, while you are getting that products on low price, or according to law of demand, that consumer will purchase more and more quantity of a commodity on low price, while as a supplier or as a producer, you want that maximum price for maximum supply or maximum sale in the market. So how these two factors or these two forces in the economics are balancing or intersecting each other, that concept we are going to discuss. So if we are going to concept in detail, then we can understand by these two methods. First method is there schedule method, and second method is there diagrammatic presentation. So by both method we are going to understand what is equilibrium. So in this equilibrium is given here table we are showing in that slide, in which that shirt rupees 800 at which the quantity demanded of a quantity supplied are equal. So 45,000 shirts are demanded and 45,000 shirts are supplied by the producers in the market on the rupees 800. So we'll discuss these price separately. So let us go through what is given here. In first column we have taken that price of shirts in 1000, 800, 900 till 600 we have taken, and in second column we have taken quantity demanded shirts per month, and third one quantity supplied shirts per month, and fourth column we are watching that market position. What is market position? That supply is more or demand is more. And last one we are discussing that effects of the price, effect on price. So let us go through with the help of table. First example we are taking that price of the shirt is 1000 rupees. So only 30,000 shirts are being demanded in the market, and whatever that suppliers are willing to supply 56,000. Why suppliers are willing to supply 56,000? Because price is more, price is high. Due to high price, 56,000 shirts are being means may be supplied in the market. But this condition is known as excess supply. Why excess supply is there? Because demand is less than supply. So supply is more, demand is less. So what will happen in when supply is excess in the market? So price will come down. So now that on 1000 rupees no consumer was ready to purchase the shirt, and production was more, so stock was being increased, then what happened? They decreased the price till 900, means 1000 rupees price came down in the second step. And then what happened? So if price will come down, then demand will increase. So demand increased from 30 to 40,000 shirts in the market. And whenever the price will come down, the suppliers are not willing to supply because profit will be less. So they came from 56 to 50. So what is there here? Number of consumers are 40,000 and number of supplier or number of shirts being supplied is 50,000. So still we are having excess in supply. Means supply is more than demand. So what will happen? Price will come down. Why price will come down? Because that more supply in the market or excess supply in the market, demand will less, and no one will purchase. It means the price will come down. So now what happened? That producer decided to sold out on rupees 800. Then what happened? That number of consumers increased, that reached 45,000, and a number of producers who are willing to sell on 800 rupees, those came down from 50 to 45 only. And here market is in equilibrium. Why it is in equilibrium? Because 45 both are equal, means 45,000 shirts are demanded and 45,000 shirts are willing to sell in the market. So this price is known as equilibrium price. And while we are going on 700, so demand will increase but supply will decrease. Why demand will increase? Because low price, high demand. Why supply will decrease? Because low price, low supply. So that's why demand will excess in the market, and there also not possible equilibrium. So price need to be up, on which that suppliers can supply more shirts in the market. And finally we are going on 600. Then number of consumers are increasing rapidly. From 55 it reach on 70. But number of producers or number of sellers are reduced, and they came only on 20,000 shirts they are willing to supply. Why? Because they are going in loss. So here also excess demand and price should go up when only that suppliers can supply the shirts in the market. So these are the conditions. Through the table we have understood that how it is possible. So again I am saying, so that on high price more suppliers are willing to supply that commodity in the market, but consumers are not able to purchase or willing to purchase that high prices commodity. So as well as that price come down, that consumers will increase as well as suppliers will decrease. Why? Because suppliers are not willing to sell their products on low price. So as well as that number of producers and number of consumers will equal, so there will be equilibrium in the market, and that condition is known as equilibrium price. So what price of the equilibrium price of shirts? 800, neither 1000 nor 600. Both conditions are, one is having excess supply, second one is having excess demand. So let us understand this concept with the help of diagrammatical presentation. So let us go through. First we have taken DD, it is showing supply, and SS it is showing so DD is showing demand and SS is showing supply. So we are watching first, the price was high, we can take it 1000, so supply was more and demand was less. Why demand was less? Because we can say this gap is there between demand and supply. Why this gap is there? Suppliers are willing to supply more commodity in the market, but consumers are not willing to purchase that commodity from the market. So that's why equilibrium is not possible in the market. Next we are watching another example here. When price is below the equilibrium, so what will happen? While price will be low, then demand will be high. So demand is here more and supply is here less. So this condition is known as excess demand. So here also equilibrium is not possible. But while we are discussing about point P, here 45 is equal to 45. It means that there is equilibrium in the market. It is already seen here. So here 1000 we can say, here 800 we can say. Okay, let me explain it again. So price we can think, so here 1000 rupees, wait a minute, here 1000 rupees the price, here we can understand 800 rupees the price. Okay, here 900. So while price was 1000 rupees, then supply was excess. Then the demand is here and supply is here. So not possible to equilibrium, not possible that balance in the forces. Which two forces? Demand and supply in the market. While price was 800, so demand was here and supply was here, and here supply, here demand. So we can say both are having opposite direction. One side the demand is more, one side supply is more. But while we are discussing about price on 900, here supply and demand are intersecting each other. It means that we are having equilibrium in the market. Why we are having equilibrium? Means producers are willing to produce on that price, and suppliers are willing to consumers are willing to purchase on that price are equal. So that is condition of equilibrium in the market. So I hope all of you understood. So stable equilibrium is the one which is displaced due to some small disturbance, brings forces in operation which restore the initial equilibrium position. So there may be some disturbances, and afterwards again it will come in equilibrium. So this condition will be achieved by that market again. Why again? If demand will increase, then supply is less. It means price will high. And if high prices are there, then producers are willing to supply more commodity in the market. Then again balance will there in the market. So like this, this condition is continuously going on and on in the market. So next topic we are going to discuss. In that diagram, that both the upper and lower blades of a scissor are necessary to cut a piece of cloth. Similarly, that both forces of demand and supply are essential for determining the price of the commodity. So I think so it is clear to you, while we are cutting that cloth from the scissor, then both of that blade should work together, then only that cloth may be cut. In the same way, if we are willing to set up the price of any commodity, then both consumers as well as the producers, or demand as well as supply, should equal. Otherwise, the price cannot set, because we have said in starting that price of the commodity is that one on which consumers are willing to purchase and producers are willing to sell. So the only really accurate answer to that question, whether it is supply or demand which determine the price, so that is both. Beside one, we cannot think about another one. So both are equally important for deciding the price of a commodity. If consumers are not ready, then to whom suppliers will supply, and if suppliers are not ready to supply, from where the consumers will purchase. So I hope so this concept is clear to you. Now we are going to discuss about next topic, and that is effects of shifts in demand and supply on the equilibrium. And first topic 6.4.1, I am going to discuss here effects of change in shift in demand on equilibrium price on equilibrium quantity. So this we are going to discuss both increase and decrease. So this is the first case. So let us go with the explanation first, then you will understand easily. So an increase in the demand of a commodity, rightward shift. So we know well what is increase in demand, that is change in other factors. So rightward shift of demand curve may be due to other factors, and the demand curve causes the increase in both equilibrium price and equilibrium quantity are sold. So if increase in demand will be there, so what will happen? Price will also increase, and quantity demanded will also increase. And opposite of this one, if there is fall in demand or it is shifting leftwards, so what will happen? Equilibrium price will come down, as well as demand of the commodity demanded will be fall. So these we can understand with the help of diagram. Let us go through with the diagram. So we have taken this one, P0 is the equilibrium price. Suppose that demand is shifted rightwards. So what will happen? That on that if demand is increased, so real equilibrium may be here. This point may be the real equilibrium, but it is not. Why it is not? Because that supply is not being changed. Supply is same. So supply is not adjusted. So this equilibrium point is not possible to achieve. Why not achieve? Because supply is less and demand has been increased. So what will happen? That demand will has to shift from here to here, or we can say so that this much demand cannot be fulfilled, so it will shift it there, and then suppliers, because supply is not adjustable, because then demand only will shift, and when demand will shift on here to there, then what will happen? It is more than before, and more than before means supply is not increased, demand is increased. So what will happen? Less supply in the market and price will be high. So in that case, what happened? From real equilibrium, it shift from here to here. So price increased as well as quantity demanded increased. So second condition we can go through while we are having leftward shift in the demand. So if we are discussing about leftward shift in demand, so real equilibrium may be here. But what happened? Demand has been reduced. So supply is same. If demand reduced and supply is same, it means there is excess of supply in the market. And if excess of supply in the market, then what may happen? Price will come down. Demand is less, supply is more. So supply has to be shift down, and supply will come down, and then price will also come down. And if price will come down, then what will happen? Quantity demanded will also decrease from the equilibrium. So that is known as the condition of equilibrium in case of both demand will shift rightwards and demand will shift leftwards. So let us go through explanation of these both conditions. So first one, in case of increase, we can understand that demand curve shift to the right. So as I told that demand curve is shifting right in the shift. So excess demand is there, and due to that shortage occurs in the market, and that's why that competition among the consumers, and that will rise the price. And after rising the price, what will happen? That supply will also rise. So equilibrium will be maintained on the high price than the before, as I have told to you. So next we are going to discuss in case of equilibrium will shift leftwards. So demand curve shift to the left, what will happen? That supply is same, but demand has been reduced. So what will happen? In the competitive market, consumers will not be available for that one. So what may happen? Price will fall down, and if price will fall down, then more consumers will be added to particular price, and then again equilibrium will be in the market. So in this way we can achieve the equilibrium. So thank you. Have a nice day. Stay home. Stay safe. That's all for today. In next class, we'll discuss about special cases of shift of supply and demand. So till then, stay home, stay safe, and complete your work as soon as possible.